It is heating up today. I hope your business is heating up too. I've got for you 5 jobs that I think every business owner or entrepreneur should experience at some point in their life. Whether you're an entrepreneur, business owner, somebody just thinking about it, or even just an employee, these are the 5 jobs I think that everybody ought to experience at some point in their lives. And if you've got a job that you think should be experienced, make sure you put that down in the comments section below. And if you like what's going on here, please continue to watch, subscribe, and share with others what we're doing here. I think we've got a lot of great stuff for you and a lot of great things planned. But here are the 5 jobs that I think everyone ought to experience at some point in their lives. Number 1, everybody ought to work at a fast food restaurant at some point in their lives. It's just a great thing that I was able to do when I was young. Worked at a couple of them, honestly. And unfortunately, now that's become a full-time job for a lot of folks. It's not an entry-level position like it used to be. But what I learned working at a fast food restaurant was so valuable. I learned about systems. I learned about working with other people. I learned about serving people. I learned about keeping things clean. There were just so many things I learned working in the fast food industry that I just think it'd be great for everyone to experience that at some point in their lives. So number 1, fast food industry, fast food service restaurant. Everyone ought to work at one of those. Number two, I think everybody ought to pick up driving range golf balls on the driving range. I know that sounds like crazy, but you know, it's an individual business. You're doing it by yourself. It's something where you learn how to structure your work to be most efficient, and you work in patterns. You find out that everyone isn't working with you. People try to hit you when you're out there trying to pick up golf balls. It's a great way to learn a lot about people and a lot about working in a way that is systematic. And so I think picking up range balls is a great way to grow and to learn about business. Number three, I think everybody ought to work for a high-end caterer. This was such a wonderful experience, and I was fortunate enough to have it happen early in my life. I was given the opportunity to work with a caterer, and I learned so much about the rich and so much about not only at the catering business, but also when I worked at country clubs. Learned about the rich and how they're different and how they think differently, and how to serve people, really serve people, and how to understand what goes on in life that maybe is outside of your own comfort zone. Just a great way to learn more about culture and status and social standing. So number 3, caterer. Number four, I think everyone, and this one's probably the most important of all, I think everyone ought to sell cars. If you haven't ever sold cars, you are missing out on the greatest teaching when it comes to dealing with people, on selling products and services, on being motivated, on how to develop prospects and get them to come in, how to make sure that you make a sale instead of softening somebody up for the next guy. Selling cars, you'll learn everything you need to know about sales if you'll just sell cars. And then number five, I think everyone ought to, at some point in their life, work for a chamber of commerce. I know that sounds a little silly, but you don't have to work there. You can volunteer there. But what you'll find out there is that people are there's so many different people out there in so many different industries doing so many different things. And the great thing about being around a chamber is you can learn from people in other industries and apply that to your industry. And not only that, you can learn about community, and you can learn how to work together with other people that not necessarily the same as you. You can learn about committee work, and you can learn about boards. If your business gets big enough, you're going to end up with a board of directors somewhere along the line. Just a lot of things you can learn working in the chamber of commerce industries. So there are my 5. Working in a fast food restaurant, picking up driving range golf balls, being a caterer or in a catering business, selling cars, and then finally working at a chamber of commerce or other community organization. What are your 5, or maybe what's just one that I missed that you think would be valuable to people? And you might be wondering, well, how in the world can I go to work at these things when I'm really developing my business? You don't have to work at all of them. So you can go into a fast food restaurant and spend an afternoon sipping on a cup of coffee and just watching how they work. You can go to a golf driving range or a country club and watch them pick up the golf balls and watch how they implement tools that maybe you hadn't thought of that they have, and how they go about systematically picking them up so that the range is completely clean. You can go to an event where a caterer is, or at a high-end restaurant, and learn a lot about that. You can certainly volunteer at a chamber of commerce, and as far as selling cars goes, you can certainly go and buy one, or just go and look at one and learn a lot from the salespeople that you deal with. And a lot of them aren't very good anymore, but you might run across a really good one. So those are my 5. What do you think I might have missed? Share in the comments down below if you like these ideas, and if you have some comments, maybe I've got one there that you think is stupid. Doesn't matter to me. I'd like to hear from you.